Questions or concerns for the police department from the council? All right, we'll move on. Public Works, Bruce.
Okay, on page 19 is the report for the month. Only notable stuff is the skating rink stuff is going now. I did forget to mention, we just got salt, and salt went up drastically this year. There's kind of a shortage, so it was probably another $850 in cost this year than we expected, but other than that, if there's any questions. All right, nothing else, we'll move on.
Yep, go ahead.
The half-ton truck, we're done. It's time to move it on. It's a good time of year for the end of plowing stuff on it. I'm thinking Midbid would be a good option for that too. It costs $50 to publish it, and they get some pretty good prices out, so I'm looking for permission to put that one out there.
The plow will go with it.
Yeah, I think so. It'd be a nice package for,
All right.
should make it more sellable.
I'm looking for a motion to approve that he put the half-ton truck on min bid.
So move.
Motion made by Reagan, looking for a second.
Second.
Second by Johnson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Next is this excess property. I know we have some totes and stuff down there. We get sold a few of them and stuff, but I'm thinking maybe we should put it out like on Craigslist or something like that and get a little more publicity than just our website. I'm not so sure we're getting enough. And maybe we could do the same with the filing cabinets and that kind of stuff. We've kind of had prices set. Maybe we can.
Would it be good to do it when we have the citywide sale?
We could. I was just thinking of cleaning some of the
Get rid
stuff
of
up.
it beforehand?
I mean, yeah, I think there's 13 totes down there now. And
Okay.
we're gonna have a few more this winter. I don't wanna
Yeah.
get buried in them, so.
No problem putting it on Craigslist or even, we might have a Facebook account, but a lot of Facebook stuff sells now too.
Yeah, if we do a swap and shop thing, but I don't know
Oh,
how it works,
So
but.
that's for that city stuff, but it does work good. I've sold a lot of stuff on there.
Okay.
It's almost like it's taken over the Craigslist part of it.
Really? Okay.
But sure wouldn't hurt to put it on Craigslist.
We put it on both.
Is the difference of work for our city employees by doing that, showing it and selling it and changing cash compared to the citywide garage sale? Does one make,
I know we bring a lot of people in for that, and there's a lot of people who go through sales, and it
yeah,
would be a perfect time to have it, but too bad we didn't do it last year. But it's up to you, Bruce, what do you think? I mean,
I
I guess if you wanna take some of the big stuff and sell it,
Yeah, it don't cost nothing, throw it on there. I mean,
Right.
that's what the heck. And I won't do the Facebook things. I don't like to
well, it's just something she can do, I mean, or Darcy, if we can do it with our county thing, but
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll have to see. But,
Okay.
so he's looking for, permission to sell the excess property. Do you guys wanna talk more about it? You wanna make a motion that he can go ahead and sell it?
I'll make a motion that he goes ahead and sells what he wants.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? So, are we doing receipts then, or how are we doing this? We have,
Yeah, they have to come pay at City Hall. here.
okay, so they'll pay with Lacey, and Lacey will have it, or Darcy, okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Okay, next is skating rink lights.
There's a color copy up on
Let's see that.
you guys have a black and white copy in there, and
Okay.
I actually, forgot to put the, resolution in here. We received a grant from the Staples Motley
Community Foundation.
Community Foundation, for a grant proposal that we had put in a couple months ago. So that resolution will be at the next meeting to accept it. So you'll want to accept it, you approved applying for it, so.
So, is,
And then this is tied to that, right,
Okay.
Bruce?
Yeah, this is all on page 20 and 21 is,
Those are just like ideas that me and
Yes.
Bruce have been talking about, so those are kind of,
So you guys are looking at spiffing it up, is that what you're saying? Or
well,
is this-
Amy had mentioned at that one council meeting we should do some more, and they were able to get a grant for it, so.
Okay, so we're talking about down underneath Commerce Park there.
No,
skating rink.
we're talking about the skating rink.
Skating rink,
Yeah,
okay.
and maybe City Hall, I think is, you had both of them listed on there, but,
How much was the grant? I didn't hear
it
that.
came back at 2,000, didn't it?
2,000, I
Yeah.
think.
And it's
but
matching.
Matching, so.
So,
We have to match 2,000.
yeah, if we spend it all, yeah.
So what are we doing with, like, I'm just got a question with speakers, you have speakers down here.
Well, she talked about music and stuff, so we're
Oh,
talking
I
about a
see.
CD player with Christmas music out across the
Okay.
skating rink and that kind of stuff.
Okay,
Some figurines, some, just really spruce it up, I guess.
oh,
as
I
best
see,
we
put
can.
lights on the
Yeah.
fence and stuff.
Yeah, like net lights across there, cover the whole fence perimeter with that. And put these skating figurines, or if you guys got other ideas, there's money, I mean, there's some ideas, we're
Right.
open, but this looked like things that could get maybe a good bang for the buck, and Darcy did a lot of work on researching it. So,
I mean, I love Christmas lights and seeing cities, you know, splurging up. I would like to honestly at some point see you redo your lights on the highway, do more like LEDs and, you know.
well, them are LEDs now.
Or are they?
We converted them probably 5-6 years ago.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm all for it, I guess.
How big are the skating boy and girl?
I don't remember,
What are they, 3-4 feet, something like that?
something like that.
Yeah.
They're decent size.
And we could even look at some ground mount ones, maybe a Santa Claus or something to put on the fire hall in the front, I'm on top of that sign or something, I mean, there's got lots of options, we can,
And so do we, so if we, just assuming we accept the $2,000, so then really the city has to match it, so that's 4,000. Right now you have down 3,000.
Yeah, that's just kind of a starting point. If we did more of the figurines, I figured that would add it up quick.
yeah, so what were they, just over 200 a piece just for the silhouette ones?
Right.
They could hang on the fence or on the side of the skating rink thing there.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea, what do you guys think?
And we could always pick up some stuff, I'm hoping in this next year, we can maybe get some permanent poles, light poles, we could set it up so we could string across then next year. Maybe we pick up the lights to do that once we got the rest of it.
Hopefully they don't walk away.
Well,
'Cause these-
I don't think so.
We can reuse these.
yeah, I think we'll be able to.
Steve, what do you think?
I like the idea of the bright, what's the warranty on, are they like the bulbs that I have at home? They're constantly going out or?
Some of them are. Yeah,
That's why,
like the net lights, there's virtually, if they don't work when you get them, they'll warranty, but it's pretty much gone after that. But to get ones that are replaceable are probably 4 times the cost, so, and they're pretty much sold out already this year, so if we want to do anything this year, we need to get rolling on it. So,
At some point, I'm just throwing this out there, but this will be a good job for all the employees to kind of think about. But at some point, I'd like to have different things designated for like fallen officers, fallen firefighters. You know, we could even do, you know, stillborn babies or something like that. It'd be nice to have different various in the town to have that or focused on them and just over Christmas.
okay.
Whether it's maybe just a little Christmas tree or something somebody plants, that you guys can put one in front of your fire hall, you know, and then maybe light it up. But I'd like to see that at some point someday. Bruce, Steve, you have any more anything you want to add, or otherwise I'm looking for a motion?
I will make the motion that we do this, especially with the grant monies.
Second.
So, can I clarify real quick, is this motion just to go ahead and purchase stuff for the park up to the matching amount, the 2,000? Cause I think this is just an idea,
Right.
right? This isn't
Yeah,
like
it's like a starting point, I mean,
starting.
And then do we have to
We're ready to buy
match, do we
some
have
of
to
it.
match it the first year, all of it, or can we,
Well, I think we already have the check for 2,000.
okay,
So we just need to do a resolution, and by the time we finish, I have to close out the report. Before we can apply for another grant for them, we have to close this one out, which means we have to spend an equal amount,
Can we pay for the matching money out of the 10%?
possibly.
the art for the city?
Yeah, if, it's for youth, so for the
Yeah.
most part, yeah, we can probably pay for around 10% of it.
It's a good idea. Alright. So let's make, or I think we should do a motion, and actually I will do the motion, that we, did you make a motion, Steve? Oh, you did?
Mhm.
So do you wanna put a cap on it? Like how they can spend up to the grant, the matching grant funds?
I think the match, yes, I would, up to the matching grant monies.
Perfect. Alright, Steve made a motion,
I second it.
seconded by Reagan. Do you have any more discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Sorry about that, Steve.
No.
My mind's going 100 miles an hour here.
No, no.
All right, you have anything
I
else,
think
Bruce?
that's all I got.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything for Bruce? No? All right. And,
Can
go ahead.
Thank you. On some of this stuff, it sounds like Darcy and Bruce are doing a lot of this. It would be nice somehow, like this projector thing, I have friends that have that. If something could be, like for Halloween, like we're trying to do something a little more Halloween, something where we could use it other than just, Santa Claus type thing, so.
So you just
Kind
have
of
to
keep that in mind, if we can use it another holiday type thing.
Just get a different
so like
projector,
a
slide in there.
interchangeable one.
Right.
Yeah. That was it.
Depending on where you use it, I actually bought one this weekend that would do a little dancing Santa Claus in the window, or you could project, it was a Frankenstein on the wall or whatever, so.
Yeah.
I was gonna stick it in the water plant and just for the
Right.
heck of it, but.
Hit one of the big doors out here where they're white, for Halloween, yeah, sure. And when's my birthday, can you put one out that says happy birthday out? Just kidding.
If you can fit it on a USB, you can plug it in.
Alright, you have anything else?
Nope.
No? Okay, so moving on, we'll go to administrative department, Lacey, you're good.
Page 22 is the water usage report. After Darcy and I found the glitches in the formulas, and Bruce got the water study done, whatever you wanna call it, where they did the leak stuff, it looks like we're back on track at 5%.
Good, much
It's also a
nicer.
short month, I think. Looking at the total numbers, it must have been a couple days
It
shorter
wasn't
than
a
we.
short month, it was 30 days.
Really?
I think the Reddam might have been short.
Yeah, cause the total pump,
Last month we had to go in about 2 days into it or something.
It was the same amount of days, I know.
But we read like in the second last month or something.
it looks short because we're down, the total pumped is so low, but in any case, I think we're moving in the right direction. On page 23, we have the upcoming training, the experienced officials, training at Craigins. This year it's a little bit shorter, it's on Friday from 11:30 to 7, and then Saturday morning. It's for anybody really on council. I know that some cities bring a staff member with them, but generally it's just elected officials. If anybody anybody can make it, I think that would be great. You guys have money in your training budgets for next year, so just let me know if you're interested. Can get you signed up. And then there's also the legislative conference, if anybody's interested in going to that at the Capitol.
Cool.
And the addition to the agenda, I was contacted today by a member of the school board, and they are wondering, apparently the school district can no longer have elections at school buildings. I don't know, I haven't had time to actually look into any of this, but they're wondering if they do a referendum this year, if they can hold the election here as probably one of 2 polling places. They have to put a resolution forward, just like we do by the end of the year, saying where polling places are for next year, so they need to know if we'd be willing to have it here. As far as he was aware, they still run the election, it just would be here.
Give them space.
Yep, so he asked if there was a fee for anything, I said, well, we do have a $25 rental fee for the meeting hall, but that is waived, and he didn't seem to care. But in the end, it's the taxpayers anyway that it's coming from, so I just needed to get sort of preliminary approval for them to have their election here if they have an election.
And all we're providing is the location.
As far as I know, that is all that I was asked to provide, is a space for them to have their election.
That's what I would be willing to approve.
Steve?
Yes, I have no problem with that.
Okay.
I would waive the $25 fee.
Do we, are they looking for a motion or just that we agree with it?
You
Cause
can
we have to
probably,
wait till resolution anyhow, so.
I'm sorry,
We have to wait till they send us, we have to do a resolution and then,
they do the resolution, the
Oh,
school
okay.
district on their own, so if you guys are okay with it, I think
Yeah.
that's good enough.
okay.
You wanna do a motion just to be clear?
Yeah, we could do that. You wanna make a motion?
I'll make the motion that with them using our space and waive the $25 fee.
Okay. And providing they use their own staff.
We're just providing the space.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. Steve, Reagan made the motion, Steve seconded it. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And that's it. Any concerns or anything else for Lacey? See?
Good job. Good job.
All right, well, moving on, go to old business. Final conditional approval for hire of police officer, looks like hire step 1 of pay grade 7, moving to step 2 after 6 months, start date, and then moving to step 3 after 1 year from the start date. And this was kind of negotiated, I believe, by the hiring committee, correct? And he accepted this?
Yes.
Okay. So we just need a motion that we approve this.
So move.
Motion made by Oregon. Looking for a second. Second by Johnson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We gonna get to meet him at one council meeting?
Okay, we're still pending
Right.
background and psychological and physical evals and stuff.
So we should add that in, should add that in our motion, I guess, that was pending that, but too late.
The first one was pending that, this is just changing the pay
Okay.
from the original approval.
Land or ordinance 181, land use, keeping of chickens and placement of recreational vehicles is page 24 and 28, which we had a meeting just earlier about. And Pat, the planning and zoning did recommend that, right?
Right.
Okay, so I'm looking for a motion to approve that.
Okay, I'll make the motion.
Motion made by Reagan, looking for a second.
Second.
Second by Johnson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Ordinance 182, animals, go ahead.
We need to back up to resolution 2018-26.
Oh,
which is
that's right, I missed that one. Sorry.
Summary publication.
Okay. I'm looking for, I missed that. A resolution 2018-26, was summary publication of land use ordinance amendment, page 29.
I will make that motion. Excuse me.
Motion made by Johnson, looking for a second. Second by Reagan. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Now we can go to ordinance 182. Animals peel and replaced, and it's page 30 and 38.
So for the most part, this ordinance just really clarifies the definitions of domestic, non-domestic, and farm animals. And then spells out what is and is not allowed. One thing that wasn't really regulated before, from what I could find, for the number of cats within a household. So that was included in here. We have 3 adult dogs, which is the same as it used to be, or 4 adult cats, unless prior council approval is given, an adult dog, and no more than total of 5. So they could have 3 dogs and 2 cats, or 2 dogs and 3 cats, or whatever, but, yeah. And then same with like the horses and farm animals, which are no longer allowed. We'll be sending out forms to residents who we believe may be in violation of this new ordinance, and they can send us their information so they can have an exception from this new ordinance until which time the council decides whether it's when the animal is no longer with them or when they sell the property. That'll be up to the council.
Can you explain the large, like horses, because we have horses, you know, we have people with horses. What-
There
what
are,
did you
so
say?
it was my understanding that it was the planning commission's and council's wishes that those were no longer allowed within city limits. People who already have them can apply for an exception. Basically, at this point, since we're just doing it now, they can, I'm gonna send out a form, says, tell us how many animals you have, what you have, and we'll give a list to the council probably in February at this point. You guys can say, yep, these people already had them, they're grandfathered in, sort of, they have exceptions. But then anybody who comes into the city and wants a new animal wouldn't be allowed to unless they sought a variance or something like that, or really they're.
If this person or any person has, say, 2 horses, and everything went fine with the exception, can they have, and they're grandfathered in, however you wanna word it, can they have like 3 horses then, or 4 horses?
No.
You only keep what they have.
Just what they have at this time?
Yep, and then it'll be up to the council. The ordinance is written so that when you guys look at an exception, application, you can say whether they can, depending maybe on how long somebody's been there or how long they've had these animals, I don't know, it'll be up to you guys, if they can keep horses on their property until they sell the property, or until they no longer have that specific animal. That'll be sort of up to you guys, I believe.
I know you're a little confused, but I think that was the day that you did not make it to the planning and zoning. We had talked about it.
So nobody who has horses, like right now, will be forced to get rid of them. They just need to give us the information when we send them this, and then we'll have them on a list, we'll keep it in their property file. But if somebody buys a new horse,
What if they're ordering a horse for somebody else? That would be a no-no, they'd have to get rid of it.
I believe that means they would have been in violation of the last ordinance, so they're definitely in violation of this ordinance.
Okay, I just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking for a motion to approve the ordinance 182.
make that motion.
Motion made by Steve Johnson, looking for a second.
Second.
Second by O'Regan, any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I'm looking for a motion to approve resolution 2018-27, which is the summary publication of animal ordinance.
So moved.
Motion made by Reagan, looking for a second.
Second.
Second by Johnson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The next one is ordinance 183, is enforcing administrative offenses. And that's page 40 and 42. And basically what this is that the city now, it can, there's certain violations that the state allows them to do what they call administrative citations, which Jason will do. And then I think the biggest portion of the money stays here for the city.
Correct.
So,
If it's an ordinance violation, all the money stays with the city.
okay, perfect. So then that way, if it's like somebody just maybe made a mistake and he wants to use that for the first citation, it's maybe a little nicer way of smaller fine versus the state citation, so, and the money stays here. So we just need approval to approve those.
And
Yeah.
can I,
Yep,
real
go ahead.
quick, one thing, like we did with the traffic citations, cause this is separate, this is
Yep.
regarding ordinance stuff. I spoke with the city attorney and city council is not supposed to be the hearing officer for this anymore either. That's what was old, that the city council could do it. So at some point, we'll have to get a list of approved individuals to serve as a hearing officer. Right now, I assume that Troy Davis would also be able to serve as the hearing officer here.
Okay,
If somebody who contests, if they contest their citation and they say, no, I don't want Troy, they get one, nope, I don't want that person, and then we appoint one other person. And then if they don't want that, they have to like basically be done with the administrative citation. So we'll just have to do the hearing officer at some point
okay.
in the future. Get a list, maybe have at least one more person on
Right,
there.
a couple people on there. All right, sounds good. Looking for a motion for ordinance 183.
Make that motion.
Motion made by Johnson,
Second.
second made by O'Regan. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next one is resolution 2018-28, summary of publication of administrative offenses ordinance. Looking for a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Motion made by O'Regan,
Second.
second by Johnson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Does anybody have any other unfinished business for, to bring forward? If not, we're gonna move on to new business. Resolution 2018-29 is a resolution designating a polling place. Page 44, and I believe that's for the general election, right?
That's if there happens to be any elections next year. I know it's not scheduled to be an election year, but if a special election is called for anything.
Okay.
And it includes, because Cass County is a mail ballot precinct, those few people who live in Cass County. If the school district were to have an election, a referendum on the ballot, I believe they would also vote here in person if that's where the school district is having it. So that's any elections that are not held in conjunction with the statewide election at the bottom, blah, 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 so we're covered there. So we have to do this by law every year now, whether it's an election year or not.
Okay. So I'm looking for a motion to approve that resolution.
So moved.
Motion made by Reagan, looking for a second.
Second.
Second by Johnson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Excuse me. Ordinance 184 was adopting a fee schedule for 2019 we're going to, no, we're gonna approve this one, right? Basically, we're just not gonna do the water and sewer.
Yeah, right now, the fee schedule included in here has, the water and sewer sections blank, which clearly is not gonna happen. I will be removing those and it'll just remain as is
Okay.
for the time being.
All right, looking for a motion to approve that, the ordinance 1844.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Johnson.
Second.
Second by Reagan. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Along with that goes resolution 2018-30, which is summary publication fee of ordinance, of scheduled ordinance.
And that was the separate handout one that you guys have. Should have it there.
Okay. Looking for a motion to approve that.
I will make that motion.
Motion made by Johnson, looking for a second.
Second.
Second by Reagan. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. 2019 budget, final review and approval. We had a public hearing prior to this. We didn't have anybody not liking it, I guess. Well, I guess we did have one.
So yeah, so the budget, I obviously didn't make 2 copies of it, so if you wanna refer back to your packet from the public hearing. That's where the budget is. I would recommend raising the street improvement portion of the levy. Either back up to where it was in the past, which was 59,769. Because we're saved a little on our expenditures. So I would recommend moving that, changing the levy allocations, not
Right, you're gonna
necessarily
say
the total amount, but,
The levy's still staying at 2%. We're just doing the allocations different.
yeah, ultimately up to you guys.
So the expenditures came less than what they had expected, so there's a little more money in there. So they want to move that money to the street fund. That make sense?
So depending if you guys wanna move it back to 59,769 where it was in the past. That would reduce the general levy by 8,137. So we get 195,489 for the general fund.